Welcome to Deeply Disturbing Things.
The
You're
podcast.
supposed to do the podcast. I'm Naomi,
I'm Sarah.
and we're two anxious counselors talking about disturbing things. I'm actually really excited about my topic.
Okay, hold on.
Okay.
So,
Oh, and Macy's my hair.
where's this video going?
What video?
This one.
On our Patreon site.
Oh, Patreons get not just our little pre-funk, but they get the full videos
Yeah,
too.
that's what you get for $1 a month.
You like that setup I just did, huh?
Yeah, that's good. That was really good. Oh my gosh, what happened to my topic? Disappeared.
I know we're missing Macy tonight.
Just doing some Mother's Day stuff.
Macy and I are pretty good though at we're like flip-flop. Like when she's out, then I'm in.
Yeah, I mean,
'Cause
if neither of you can come, then,
I
or if I
know.
can't come, then we just quit it.
Yeah, but usually works out. It's been working out.
Do you know who this is? Don't read the words because the name is right above it.
Well, like
Just look at the picture.
my initial thought was Marilyn Monroe just by the face, but no,
Oh.
but it's not.
It's not.
It's not.
It's Jayne Mansfield.
Oh, I don't know about her.
I'm gonna talk about Jayne Mansfield.
Okay. I don't know about her.
So she was compared to Marilyn Monroe.
She had that vibe,
I don't know if any of my glasses are.
her little mouth,
Yes. So she was seen as like
blonde bombshell.
blonde bombshell, but like kind of like more of a over the top version of Marilyn Monroe.
Yeah,
Like really just kind of almost like a caricature of that type.
Anna Nicole Smith. Do you
Kind of
remember
that
her?
type, yeah.
She kind of just took that, I'm gonna go over the top and just be this sexy icon and just be extreme with it.
I was really hoping she'd get all the money from the old guy when he died. I was disappointed when that didn't happen.
Oh, I don't, because I did watch that documentary, but I don't remember. So she didn't?
I
She
don't
didn't
think
get any
she
of
did.
it?
I don't think so.
I thought, oh, that's really sad. She really seemed to love him. I don't know.
I mean, love has different forms.
Mm-hmm.
So in the 50s, this was when like Marilyn Monroe was also very popular.
Mm-hmm.
And so she had the same signature platinum blonde hair.
Mm-hmm.
And she adopted that same kind of voice, like that, oh, what? Me?
Mm-hmm.
Like kind of that bedroom breathy
Mm-hmm.
voice.
Mm-hmm.
And so throughout her career, she was compared by the media to Marilyn, who was the reigning sex symbol of that time.
Which is definitely a character that those girls were going into and just kind of but then became that. But didn't start out that way. They started out very
Did you see the Marilyn movie that they made? I didn't see it.
I did, yes, because she was very depressed.
It was just recent. I think it came out in the last 6 months, but I didn't see it.
Oh, maybe not. I've seen a different one. And so she was depressed, but she decided that she was gonna take on this character kind of, and then became it, and then everybody was just so obviously obsessed with her.
Norma Jean, that was her real name, right?
Mm-hmm.
I went through a Marilyn phase when I was a teenager.
Yeah.
I was convinced that I could not live past 36, which is when she died.
Oh, what made you think that?
I was just
You were just so into her.
No, it wasn't that. I was just very into foreshortened future.
Oh, probably hoping for it. You're this might suck.
I mean, I kind of admired that she kind of, burned out rather than faded away.
Oh yeah, I love that.
I mean,
Mhm.
I was 14.
Yeah.
Was
And that
I had
sounded
a Marilyn Monroe
old.
t-shirt, and
Yeah,
I really thought Marilyn knew what she was doing.
she was though. She was smart. That's the thing, is these girls they know what they're doing.
Yeah.
I wanted to do platinum blonde hair when I was in high school.
Is that your natural color? It's very dark.
This is darker. I
darker.
I do extra black on it, but my
hair have to lift.
My hair is naturally dark brown with red in it. So that was the problem, because I tried to dye my hair blonde when I was in high school, and I was like, I want it white, like platinum Marilyn Monroe. And so, and my stepsister, she was going through like beauty school, and so she was like kind of practicing, and but her uncle was really good. So they tried to go platinum on me, and it turned out like banana yellow, like
Ooh.
just ugly, like hideous. And I could see their faces. They're like, it's not lifting. And like, they were all like stressed. And then afterwards, I'm like, okay, like it's fine, but it was horrible. And then I tried it again and it turned orange. And then finally, some lady who was really a good stylist, she was like, it's because you have too much red in your hair. Like you
Mm.
can't, you have to do it over and over
And then
again.
your hair is so damaged.
And then my hair would get like just dried out and like crispy. So I'm like, I just embrace the dark side.
When I was a teenager, I used to do hydrogen peroxide out to
Hmm.
lighten it. It never got blonde blonde. I
It
mean, I
was
have
more of
dark
that
hair too.
orangey,
It's like that, yeah, kind of
like
that,
yellowy or orangey color.
yeah, orangey. I think once I was able, because I had like the one long bang when I
Hmm.
was like in eighth grade,
Hmm.
and the rest was kind of like shaved, and that I was able
Able
to
to
get
get white.
blonde, but it wasn't like ever like super blonde, but
I
it
was,
was actually officially blonde.
I was so mad. Like I just wanted that white platinum and like it wouldn't
It's not
happen.
our color.
I know, I'm just have to be on the dark side.
Dark
I
side,
embrace the
baby.
dark side now.
That's
So,
right.
okay.
So Jayne Mansfield initially pursued a career as like a serious actress. She
Okay.
even went to drama school.
Hmm. Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Pam Anderson, that's the other one that I watched
Oh
who
yeah.
she was trying to become a serious actress, and then people just kind of like kept placing her
I
in this
think they're
role.
like the experiencing like the residue of what's always happened
Uh-huh. Hmm.
to women in
Because
Hollywood.
then
Like I
people were
don't think
like,
things have really changed that
because
much.
then they're like, "Are you ever gonna try to be a serious, like become a serious actress?" And she's like, "I am a serious actress." But
Yeah.
like people weren't seeing her that way, which is kind of
Yeah,
sad.
but
But
like she has more money than them, so they
hell
should shut
yeah.
up.
Yep, I agree.
You know, she's doing the whole like make it free thing when she does public appearances now. It's kind of cool.
No, what is that?
Pam
Pam
Anderson.
Anderson?
Yeah, when she goes to events, like in the last year, she's been going makeup free.
Oh, makeup free. I thought you
Yeah.
said make it free. I'm like, what is she making free? Oh,
She's
good for
freeing her
her.
face.
I like that.
Yeah,
That's
it's kind
good.
of cool.
I had a dream about her one time.
Really? Was it a sex dream?
No, but but we were on the beach and she was like going up the stairs in front of me and she had the like Baywatch
The
swimsuit
red
on.
swimsuit?
Yeah, and I was like, and I don't know if I had one on too. Like I was like part of the Baywatch
You
crew.
were on the Baywatch crew? Did you run down the beach and look
No, we were
fabulous?
going up the stairs for some reason. And then we got up to the top and we were like on this ledge. And I'm like, we gotta take a picture. Like, obviously, I need a picture with Pam Anderson.
Obviously.
And the camera wasn't working. And I was like, damn it. So I couldn't like get the picture of her. And then
Was Hoff in your dream?
no, no.
No.
Mm-mm.
I used to love Knight Rider.
Yeah.
I love the shit out of some Knight Rider.
Oh, Hop is funny. He's made some funny appearances
No,
like
I love
lately.
that he embraces it. Like he's in on the joke. I think
Yeah.
that's cool.
Yeah.
He doesn't take himself too seriously.
Okay.
So Milton Lewis, who was the head of casting at Paramount Studios, told Jayne she was wasting her obvious talents um, when she went to read for like a Shakespeare part.
Oh,
Or no, was it Shakespeare? It was Joan of Arc.
okay.
In an interview, Jayne said, he lightened my hair and tightened my dresses, and this was the result.
Hmm.
So she was groomed by studios to be like their Marilyn Monroe.
Okay.
So she leaned into this because this was like her vehicle to stardom,
Sure.
and that was what was available to her.
Mm-hmm.
And she lived big and bold. She lived in a pink mansion in
Oh,
Hollywood. It had a heart-shaped pool.
well, that's cute.
So it's
That's
that
fun.
whole like, I mean, she really
Why
went
not?
big. She
She leaned
embraced,
into it.
yeah. And so here's a picture of her 1956 with one of her husbands. He was an actor and bodybuilder.
Oh my gosh, so cute.
Yeah,
Well, how come back then, like the boobs were like so pointy?
I
Was
think it's
it
the
their
structure of the bras.
the bras were just
Yeah,
like, which actually I saw, I think it was like
it's like missile tits.
Yeah. Because Marilyn had those too.
Yeah, I think it was the style at the
We
time.
should bring those back.
I don't want to, but you can. I'll stand next to you in public. How's that?
Okay, thanks.
I'll glare at people that,
Just poking people's eyes out.
yeah, I'll glare at people if they stare. I'll be like, her eyes are up there. Excuse me.
I'm like, obviously. I'm like trying to like make it hard for them. Setting them up a little bit.
Hey, that's not your responsibility.
Right. That's true. I'm I'm gonna go out and just test people.
If I run across those bras when I go out thrifting, I'm gonna get you one.
I'll wear it. I totally will when we go to Vegas.
It'll be like really, like those bras were serious. They
Yeah.
were like almost mechanical. They're so big and
Well, I mean, look at that, what she has on there. It's like poking
yeah,
out.
and she's doing like acrobatics. Also, it's leopard print, and he's wearing leopard print too.
That's cute. Oh, they're
I
matching.
love a leopard print. So this was at the 1956 Ballyhoo Ball,
Mm-hmm.
which I'm sure was amazing.
Mm-hmm.
So Jayne Mansfield embraced her sex appeal, and she was asked what is sex appeal,
Mm.
and she defined it as the cleanliness of youth and an effervescent desire to enjoy life, the vibrancy you find present in a young kitten.
Oh,
I'm like,
that's
probably a sex kitten.
very poetic.
Yeah. She was very smart.
I was gonna say, yeah, that's like a pretty intelligent answer.
So she posed for Playboy. She was a Playboy playmate, and she
Mhm.
said, at that time, I think sex is health, and there's too much guilt and hypocrisy about it. So really ahead of her time in that way.
Mhm.
Very cool, you
Like it.
know?
Mhm.
Like,
Love
why are we living in shame? Why is it a taboo?
Yeah.
You know, yeah, I have tits, deal with it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
they may poke your eye out. That's part of it. Keep your eye away if you don't like it.
Yes. Another poetic statement.
That was me.
I know.
That last part was
Naomi.
me.
Naomi Theo.
A Hollywood reporter once asked Marilyn Monroe about Jayne Mansfield,
Okay.
and she said, all she does is imitate me. And she probably said it like, all she does is imitate me.
Yeah.
But her imitations are an insult to her as well as to myself.
What?
So Marilyn was kind of getting on a little high horse
I
there.
like that.
A little high horse.
I feel like she should have said, I feel like imitation is flattery. Like that's like a compliment. Like if someone's trying to copy your style or your vibe, it's like they think you're cool and they want to like
I
kind of
think she felt like Jayne Mansfield was downgrading herself. Like doing Marilyn, but not in a way that Marilyn felt was like
like
complimentary.
kind of cheaper.
Yeah, like
bit.
cheapening it. Yeah, yeah.
I mean, I guess it's true.
I
Like
mean, how would you feel? Like imagine you're famous, super famous,
yeah,
and suddenly there's comes this
I
new one
get it. Yeah, that's
that
true.
looks exactly like you, but not as you like.
I don't know. That's
Would that
hard.
bother you?
I like honestly, I feel like when people try to do like when they're copying, I feel like they're,
She said,
it's
"Don't
like
copy me.
flattery.
Why are you copying me?"
Yeah, like little girls will do that. Like they get
I
mad when
know.
people copy. But then I can see like in that setting, it's like this is my brand. Like find your own, like be your
Yes.
own person.
They didn't even talk about brand then, but that's exactly what we're talking about here.
So
We're talking
I
about
understand
brands.
that. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, like I
Mhm.
own platinum blonde,
This look
curvy
is
missile tits and the breathy voice. Get out.
yes. And the breath. Was she doing the breathy voice too?
Yeah, she did
Oh,
that
so
too.
she was really trying to like
Yeah.
be her.
But it wasn't, I mean, from her story, she was kind of groomed into it. Like that was presented as her option. Like, okay, give up this Joan of Arc thing. Like
oh yeah.
this is where you have opportunity.
Which is that's sad then too, because if Marilyn's like putting her down for that when she was getting like pulled in.
And Marilyn may have experienced the same thing. I didn't watch the documentary, but
I think she really was like, I forget now because I watched it a while ago, but I think she was trying to go for Playboy. And so she really like tried to like create this image to be able to get into, into Playboy and into all of that.
Right.
And she was able to like create this like persona that really, oh, I remember. So like she was doing this photo shoot and she was saying that like in the photo shoot, she would just like become this character, almost like almost dissociate, like went into this dissociative like
That makes
personality.
sense.
And she said then it felt like it was really like she enjoyed that and it felt good for
Yeah.
her. So
That makes sense.
yeah.
I mean, I can understand if she felt threatened, you know. I mean,
Yeah.
how many blonde bombshell types is there room for in Hollywood, you know, at the time?
There's only one. There's only room for one of us in this town, sweetheart.
So Marilyn Monroe and Jayne Mansfield both tragically died young,
Hmm.
and they both left rumors about their deaths. So, you know, I won't get into Marilyn Monroe's because maybe a topic for another day.
Mhm.
But you know, her whether it was suicide or not has been a question.
Mhm.
So when Jane heard the news of Marilyn's death in 1962, she said, "Maybe I'll be next."
And that's what you were saying too.
Prophetic.
You were like, I'm not gonna make it past 36 either.
Yeah, and I didn't really want to. Like to me, that was the cap. Like, what
It's
is
all
there
downhill
past there?
after
Yeah,
that.
all downhill.
Mm-hmm. And at 14, that's old. Like that's old news. 36.
Yeah,
And back in the day, that was old. Like in the
yeah.
olden days, like
Oh yeah, you're like
people
if you
died
weren't
off.
married like by 30, like you
You're an
might as
old
well
maid.
give it up.
Yeah.
Old maid, which is a horrible term.
Mm-hmm.
Like give it up, pack it up, quit trying. Like you
Shut down
gotta
shop.
shut down the shop, close it up, zip it up, sew it up.
Oh no, don't do that.
In June 1967, around
Mhm.
2 a.m., a car carrying Jane, her attorney and boyfriend at the time, Sam Brody, the driver of the car, Ronald Harrison, Jane's four Chihuahua dogs,
Oh.
and her three small children left
Oh.
the Gus Stevens Supper Club, where Jane had an engagement. They were driving in a 1966 Buick Electra 225. They were traveling to New Orleans, where Jane was going to perform in the morning um, at a TV station show.
Mm-hmm.
At about 2:25 a.m., a mosquito insecticide fog spraying truck. This is a truck that's like
What?
going on the road, like spraying this big cloud
I
of
was not expecting this at all.
mosquito insecticide. You weren't expecting mosquito insecticide?
No, this like
Fog
totally
spraying
took
to
a
answer the
turn.
story?
Not at all.
Plot twist.
Not at all.
And this was spraying like a thick white fog,
Oh my gosh.
like thick. Like
Okay.
I'm sure it's not good for anybody's health to have been in the area to breathe any of this fog. So it was coming along in the opposite direction. Jane's car was following a tractor trailer, like a semi truck. So the tractor trailer sees this mosquito fog spraying truck and slows down from 50 to 35. Jane's vehicle did not realize this, did not slow down, and ended up slamming into the back of the semi truck. It actually went under the semi truck and sheared off the entire top of the car.
What? Okay, that's a whole nother unexpected turn because I thought you were gonna say they got like poisoned by this
Poisoned by mosquito
mosquito
spray.
spray, but instead they got decapitated.
Well, no, maybe. No. So the entire top of the car was sheared off. The three adults were all in the front seat together. They all died instantly. The
Oh
children,
no.
miraculously, were all sleeping, laying down in the back seat.
No.
So they just had minor injuries,
Oh
and they were
no.
all
But that's still so
physically okay.
it's
at
almost
least.
like because I was thinking, when you like set the story up and the kids were with them, I was like,
Yeah.
at least they all went out together. Because sometimes that's like worse to like your mom dies and you have to like deal with
Oh, and
that.
you're there and you wake up to
So
that
much
horror,
trauma.
blood everywhere. I mean, so much
So
trauma.
much trauma.
So
Oh.
every
Oh.
news thing I read when I was reading this was like, the children were fine, minor injuries. I'm like, physically, come on,
Oh.
talk
That's what I'm
about
saying.
scarred for life mentally,
Like
emotionally.
dying, like it sounds awful, but almost might have been better just to go out with the mama at this all everybody just take them out.
Everybody. One of the dogs was also killed.
Oh.
So immediately there was a false report circulated that continues to this day that Jayne Mansfield was decapitated in the accident.
Okay.
So
Why
there's
is that a okay, because that was my initial thoughts. Like how were they not decapitated? Or
well,
why is that a false report? If they went under the semi truck and the top got sheared off, like it's
well,
just okay,
I'll tell you
continue.
here.
Well, yeah, because obviously somebody knows the truth. Like if her head was still on and she wasn't decapitated.
Well, the reason these started was because the photographs, the police photographs,
Hmm.
showed something that looked like a blonde haired head, something, you know, in near the scene.
Just like by itself, like
Yeah, by
separate.
itself. So that was where that came from. And also, like you said, like
You
that's
just
the only outcome, right?
yeah.
Like that's what we all imagine in our heads.
Unless she was like laying down too, but
Well,
someone knows the truth.
what I think happened, I mean, not just me, the medical examiners also,
Sure, right. Yeah.
is it wasn't quite low enough to decapitate, so it just took off the top of her head.
Scalped her.
Yeah.
Yikes.
So she did suffer severe head trauma.
Yeah.
Died instantly, thank
Yeah.
goodness,
Yeah.
because um so what was it that people saw? It might have been her wig that came off. It might
Did
have
she wear a
been
wig?
she did
Oh. Oh,
because her
so
hair was damaged from all those years of dyeing it platinum blonde.
okay.
So yeah, she wore like
Okay.
so it might have been her wig.
Okay.
It might have been actually that section of the top of her head and her
Yeah.
natural hair, or it might have been something else entirely. So
Okay.
that has not been like definitively stated what that was.
Hmm.
So the death certificate states her immediate cause of death to be crushed skull with avulsion of cranium and brain, which is very morbid, very gruesome. I had to look up
What's yeah, avulsion? What's
I
the
had to look up
definition?
the word
I don't
avulsion,
know what
and
that
it's
is.
when a body part is ripped off. So very violent, very gruesome.
Avulsion of cranium?
Cranium and brain.
Yeah, so just
It
scalp.
was just, yeah, the whole top section just taken off. I
No.
mean, a horrible way to die. Just horrible.
Deeply disturbing.
Yes. So the
Mm.
police report taken after the accident states that the upper portion of this white female's head was severed.
And the babies were in there and
The
all.
babies, and then there was the two other adults too. The same thing happened to them. I don't
Oh,
know exactly. I mean, I didn't read their reports, but I mean, obviously, massive head trauma to everybody that was in the front.
damn it.
So we don't know what that was. Here's a picture of the car, like just freaking destroyed,
Mangled.
just destroyed.
Yep.
There was not a convertible originally. I researched that. It
Oh.
was a hard top,
Oh.
but it looks like a convertible in the end.
Mm-hmm.
So some private collector, what?
So the mosquito poison, probably they would have like coughed and been fine. So if that truck would have just kept moving it along,
Well,
or
I
is there
think
more to
it
it?
decreased visibility because it was spraying. Like, look, you can see the white stuff all over the road. Like it was a thick. There was other
I
photos.
thought you were gonna say this was like a like a setup, like somebody like the princess died conspiracy where
Oh,
like somebody like sent this vehicle to like kill her and
I like the way
spray
you're thinking.
everybody down and like kill like poison them. But like yeah, if that truck would have just kept going, even if you're
I
like
think there was decreased visibility because this fog, this insecticide fog was so thick in some of the photos, I thought they were in the snow.
that's
That's what it looked
weird.
like. I was like, was it snowing that night? Like, was ice a factor? Like, that's where my mind went.
Dang. That's so it's
So I
wrong
think
place, wrong time. Like
the truck that they're following, like, probably slowed down because
they couldn't see.
it couldn't see. Also, the insecticide truck had a red light on top, so it probably seemed like, oh, we should slow down, like
Hmm.
caution.
But
And the
then
driver didn't notice that they'd slowed down.
that's
It's
crazy.
like, yeah,
How did you not like see the brake lights like instantly? Like,
well, people do that all the time, texting and driving.
no, there was no texting back then. But
Could have been drink
he was
driving.
probably like tired
They
and
just came from a club, it's 2
his
a.m.
reaction time is like slowed,
Maybe not
tired.
paying attention, who knows what was going on.
Oh,
I mean, this was the time when drinking and driving was okay.
dang.
Like it was sanctioned. Another one,
There was no laws
one for the
against
road,
it.
they'd say one for the road. That's the old saying. You want one for the road? Here, drink for the road. Yeah, like it was sanctioned. It was like a part of culture to like drink and drive.
Wow.
The car, that crashed car
The
was
convertible.
bought by a private collector
Mm.
and he made it a roadside attraction that was on display
At the
with
crash site,
with other things, with other like artifacts called the
memorabilia.
Dearly Departed Tours and Artifact Museum.
Oh, that's interesting.
So he displayed that until COVID. So,
That's
so you could
interesting.
go, I don't know what else was in the exhibit.
The Dearly Departed Museum.
Dearly Departed Tours and Artifact Museum, which honestly I would probably go to.
I know.
Sick
I'm
and
like,
twisted
no,
and
I was like,
exploitative.
that
I would,
definitely
I
sounds
would
like
still probably like
that
check
sounds
it
like a
out.
DDT like
Yeah,
field
I'd be
trip
like, I
everything.
hate this the whole time, and then
I
I'd still
know.
like be interested
Me
also.
too.
Okay, so do you like Law and Order SVU?
I've honestly I never actually got into it like while it was out, but I've caught some episodes, but now I'd be really into it.
Do you know who Mariska Hargitay is?
No. I'm thinking
Actress on Law and Order SVU?
I'm thinking of what's the oh no, never mind. I was thinking of the girl with the red hair from is it X-Files? With the red
Scully?
yeah.
Gillian Anderson?
Yes. I'm way off.
No.
Tell me more.
Okay, well, Mariska Hargitay from Law and Order SVU
Okay.
was in the car that night sleeping and is Jayne Mansfield's daughter.
Oh.
And that's why she has that scar on her head.
Oh. Where
So,
is it? Like on her forehead or
um, it's on her head.
just yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
So she calls it the scar of my soul.
Hmm.
And she says, my mother was this amazing, beautiful, glamorous sex symbol.
Oh,
But people
that
didn't
gives me
know,
chills.
but people didn't know that she played the violin and had a 160 IQ and had 5 kids and loved dogs.
Oh.
She was just so ahead of her time. She was an
Hmm.
inspiration. She had this appetite for life.
Oh.
So if you saw a picture of Mariska Hargitay, you would recognize her. She's a pretty well-known actor.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen Law and Order. I just never like got into like the full series like back then.
SVU, Special Victims Unit.
Oh, right. So I have seen those too. Yeah, I have seen like bits and pieces of all of it, but yeah.
So Jane is known for helping shape the dumb blonde stereotype, but in real life, she was very intelligent. And I really think you have to be smart to play dumb effectively.
Yes. So do you know who Theo Vaughn is?
Yes, he's a little obnoxious.
Yes. Him and some, different comedians. They like go into this role of like, a character of like, oh, I'm so dumb, but it's like You cannot be dumb to like write all these jokes,
Right.
get up in front of all these people, like have this perfect timing, like
You
do
gotta be
this.
smart to play
Yeah,
them.
you gotta be smart to play them for sure. And
Yeah.
same with like Marilyn Monroe, and I think a lot of those people, like they're just
Yes.
like,
And Nicole.
mm-hmm,
Yes. So I think it's about playing the game. Like you
mm-hmm.
have to be smart to know how to play the game. So Jane figured out how to support her 5 children,
Yeah.
how to have a successful
Like
career.
strippers,
Yeah.
they go out there and they're like everyone like, puts them down for like going out there and like, taking off their clothes and like stripping, but
But they probably make way more
they
than
make so much
anybody
money.
criticizing
And
them.
all these people are going in watching them and giving them their money. So like who's the
Exactly.
dumb one here? Like,
Yeah.
yeah. Not that I'm promoting to go do that, but just.
So I was a stripper for 3 weeks
I think we did talk about that. And I worked in a strip club.
out at the VU
Yeah. I mean,
that it's on Sprague.
like I said, like, there's women out in Vegas who I've met plenty
It
of
was not for
strippers.
me. I tried it. It was not for me. The late hours, I can't do the late hours.
Well, and I cocktailed in a strip club and these girls are very smart and they were making so much damn money and like
Yeah, the money's good, but I felt like if I was gonna go into that, it was gonna take me on a whole different
same.
journey. Like I'd be doing coke, I would
Yes.
have got a boob job,
Yeah.
like it would have been a whole
It's a
thing.
path. Like it's
Yeah,
a
it was a
journey.
path, and I felt
You would have
that.
been super rich, but it would have been
I
like
felt that.
same. Like when
Yeah.
I cocktailed, I'm like, oh, I was like, I'm gonna end up on that stage if I
Oh,
stay.
of course you would have.
Because they would have got me for sure.
Yeah.
And like I think it was my first night and people were asking me like where to get drugs and I was like, ooh, this is
No,
gonna
it's a whole
I'm like,
world.
this is gonna
Yeah.
take me down a path that I probably shouldn't go down. Like it probably would have been fun, but hmm.
You have
I
to
said
make
no.
choices.
I decided to like go
I tried it for
elsewhere.
like 3 weeks, so you want to know? So they used to have, this was back in like the 90s, a long time ago.
Mhm.
So you could go, they had like Wednesday amateur night. And then if you
Oh,
like did good, then you could
they
like,
recruit you.
yeah, you could be recruited. So that's what I did. I
Hmm.
did amateur night. Um, do you want to guess what my 2 songs were
Well,
that
I
I
was gonna
danced
say,
to?
wait a second. How did you get recruited if you couldn't do the body roll?
You didn't need to do a body
You just
roll.
needed to be like up there and just
Yeah, I was just
prance,
up there. I was just
prancing
trying.
around.
I mean, I was just doing like my same moves that I would do in the dance club, which are
Pour
not
some
anything
sugar
to
on
write
me.
home about.
Pour some sugar on me.
No,
Your
but that would have
songs.
been good.
All right, let me think.
Okay, 2 songs, because you got to do 2 songs, so you got to pick your own songs.
Oh, um, I don't know why I like the song Freak Out.
Oh my God. No, so one was Princess Cream.
Oh, okay, wait, sing it. Just a little. I need a
Cream,
sample.
sugar on top.
So I was close. See, pour some sugar on me.
Yeah, you were.
Okay.
God, now I don't even remember what the other one was. I think it was Warren's Cherry Pie or something.
Which is the same guy, right? Isn't it?
Warrant?
Oh, pour some sugar on me. That's a different guy, but
Pour some sugar
she's
on me. I can't
my
remember.
cherry pie.
Yes,
That's a
that.
really good stripper
Yeah,
song.
that was my 2 songs.
And they were like, "You're in." Check, check.
I remember like my little underwear I had on. I got them special.
Nice.
They were like frilly.
Oh, cute.
I mean, I would never wear them now. I'm so into like big underwear now. I like big underwear. I like really big
Like
underwear.
for comfort or like,
Yeah.
oh, okay.
And I also think they're kind of sexy.
Well, yeah, like the little boy short things are kind of
Yeah,
cute
yeah,
too.
yeah. This is definitely little and
Okay.
uncomfy.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you like chose a different path, or I probably wouldn't. Maybe we would have met if
We
we
would
both.
have.
I think, yeah, if
We
we
would have
both,
met in the strip club.
yeah, if we both would have chose that path, we would have still met at some point.
We would have, because I really think like fate is real. Like we
Me
don't have that
too.
much choice. We think we have choice in life. We don't have that much choice. We end up where we end up.
I think so.
Yeah.
And I think certain people will like keep like coming back around and like
Yeah, or
teaching
themes, or
lessons.
yeah. I think we're here to like figure some shit out.
I like it. Okay. So
Okay. So
back to it.
there is a documentary that I didn't watch that explores Jayne Mansfield's unexpected relationship with the founder of the Church of Satan,
Yeah.
Anton LaVey.
This like story just goes
I
to
know.
I like this. This is good. I'm like, you're just like coming out with different like randomness.
I tried to watch it, but honestly, the introduction was so long. I'm like, I'm bored, so I stopped.
Actually, have you guys done a topic on Church of Satan?
Yeah, we did.
Oh, I need to go back
It
to
was on After School Satan, the Children's Club.
crazy. Oh, I remember that. Yeah. Because but that's a little different though. I mean, I guess.
And it was my topic. I think I talked about it in general.
Just the religion
Yeah.
in general.
Yeah. And Satanic Panic, I went into that.
Hmm.
Um, but there was a good quote from this documentary that I read about. So there's a psychologist that says the line Jane walked between empowerment and exploitation was not entirely clear. And I could
Walk the
completely
line, the Johnny Cash song.
I could completely resonate with that.
Hmm.
That line between empowerment and exploitation, because sometimes it's both.
Hmm.
Because, you have to choose among your choices sometimes, you
Hmm.
know. Um, so Jayne Mansfield's film career was short-lived, but she did have some box office hits. Eventually, she started getting pushed into more the B movie realm because that like blonde bombshell image it started to fall out of favor in the 60s because it was starting to get into like hippie times, like more of that natural, like not that big hair. It's
What's
like
that when they had
flat,
like the short dark hair, like
the shag.
mm, which it was just like black turtlenecks and like the
Talking about beatniks.
yes, yeah. What year was that?
That's also in this like
Around
same
that.
time. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
like
they
a
would
whole
like go to
different,
the like
and they'd snap a lot.
they do like the little
Poetry.
poetry stuff and see she would have loved that. Like she would have I think that was her like real
Yeah,
vibe. But then again, they like pulled her into this like this is what she was gonna like get you famous.
yeah. Like, hey girl, we got a job for you.
Dang.
Bleach your
Which
hair.
ultimately led her to this fate,
Yeah.
this death, gruesome death.
So even though she started to like not be able to get those bigger movies anymore,
Hmm.
she remains super popular. And she remains popular to this day. Like most people, if you mention Jayne Mansfield, are still gonna know who you're talking about.
I've heard of the name, but I'm not like I didn't know too much about her. So, but it's true because like Marilyn Monroe still just was like,
Yeah, she was like the reigning sex symbol
she
at
was
that
like the
time.
queen of that of
Yeah.
that
And probably there was
style.
another one too, but I can't recall her name, but they were called the three M's because all their names start
Oh,
with M, but I can't remember her name.
okay.
Sorry, other M.
I'm gonna look up that.
Look up the three M's.
Okay.
Oh, probably like the adhesive company is gonna come up, so watch out. 3M.
Okay.
Oh my God, is 3M named after the three M's?
Maybe.
Holy guacamole! Have I just uncovered something?
This is Mr. Jenkins. Old man Jenkins, we found solved another case.
I'm always on the case. So in an old news clip, Jayne Mansfield is asked, how much longer do you think you can be a sex symbol? And this is when she's in her mid-30s, BT dubs.
Okay, want to hear really quick the three M's?
Yeah.
So Marilyn Monroe, Jayne Mansfield, and Mammy Von Doren. Mammy.
Okay.
We don't know
Who's Mamie?
Who's Mamie? Is it Mamie?
Yeah, see, I'm not even familiar with her.
Oh, look
I'll
at
have to look her up.
how cute they
What
are.
does she look like? Is there a picture of all three together? Is that Photoshop? They actually were in the same place at the same time?
Yeah. How cute. And they all had mistletoe.
Is that Mamie Von Doren, that one? Oh my God,
I
I
can't
can't even
tell.
tell.
That's Marilyn. That's
Yeah,
gotta be Marilyn.
that one's Marilyn. That one looks like Jayne Mansfield.
So that must be Mamie.
That makes Mamie. Mamie looks just like Anna Nicole Smith.
So cute. Yep. Mamie.
Okay, so Jayne was asked in her mid-30s, which at that time was like you're basically 80.
Yeah. Right.
How much longer do you think you can be a sex symbol? And Jayne said, forever, darling.
Oh,
Which I love.
love it.
I love. I've been obsessed with the show Hacks,
I've never seen it.
starring Jean Smart.
Mhm.
And she's, you know, a lady of a certain vintage.
Mhm.
Fucking hot and sexy and getting it on and
Love it.
wearing her leopard print. And I'm like,
Yes.
hell yes.
Love it.
Okay,
Get
so
it.
this is the little wrap up. Another unexpected thing
Another
for you.
twist.
After Jayne Mansfield's death, there was a law passed by the National Highway Traffic Safety
Stop
Administration.
spraying freaking mosquito
Quit
poison.
spraying the
So
fog.
damn thick you can't see where you're going, and then people get decapitated, scalped.
So the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration recommended requiring an under-ride guard made of strong steel tubing on the back of all tractor trailer trucks. And this is what that looks like.
How sad that this family had to experience this for them to figure that out.
Oh gosh, I lost my picture. Okay.
Like, how did they not realize that that was a bad idea before
I
this
mean,
tragedy?
Come on, my convertible doesn't even have seatbelts in it, and it's legal.
That's true.
They don't used to require car seats.
In a convertible. How many people are just flying out?
My convertible does not have you ever driven in my, so you see that bar there?
How did they go under though? Oh, wait, what's the bar? That's the bar
To
that
protect people from going under.
how did they even go under that though? Like just the impact just
Yeah, the impact.
forced the car
Guess what that
under?
bar is called?
The non-scalping bar.
The Mansfield bar. It's named after her.
Oh,
So next time you're on the
it's like the
highway
Becca Bill.
driving behind a semi and you see that bar in the back, it's usually like
That makes me want to cry.
red and white striped. It's called the Mansfield bar, and it's to help prevent cars from going under the back of the semi. Isn't that incredible?
I mean, how many times has that happened before this situation, before they had to put that bar in place? Like, are there other incidents where people went under?
I'm not sure. And they still may. If you're going a high enough impact, that's not going to help. But if it's not that super high speed, like 100 miles an hour or something, then that can help prevent a really gruesome and tragic death.
Wow.
And think of those poor kids that were in the, if they hadn't been asleep.
Well, like you said, that lot, but again, I mean, she went on to do TV work, just like
Yeah,
her
and I feel
mom.
like she has done a good job of integrating that experience.
I actually did watch a what is it, SVU
Yeah.
episode one night, and it helped to impact a case that I was working on in a big way, which I'll tell you later. But yeah, it was,
Wow. Everything is connected.
I know it
Were
is.
you here when we did the mosquito episode?
I was.
See, mosquitoes coming up again.
That's why I was thinking. I thought it was a conspiracy of like Hollywood was trying to take her down. I was already thinking like way too much.
Poison her with the mosquito insecticide.
Yeah, like Princess Di.
Well, there's some dumb conspiracy theories out there that said that because she was dating the Satan church leader, that he like cursed her and that's what happened. I mean, it's just kind of dumb.
I mean, maybe. So wait, so she was dating the satanic leader. And then, I mean, that is kind of creepy. I wouldn't necessarily rule that out as like
Okay, maybe I've going too fast to roll things up.
So not that guy that she was like in the leopard print with, right? Another guy.
No, that was an
He
ex.
looked way too happy because
He was cute, huh?
with his leopard speedo.
Leopard
He didn't look like
speedo.
a Satan.
No, that wasn't him. Anton LaVey. Look him up. Look up what he looks like.
Okay, so she broke up with that guy. That was her first mistake. And then,
Well, she had 3 ex-husbands. She wasn't married to the Satan guy.
but that was her
They did date,
current
though.
boyfriend.
No, she was dating the guy in the car that died with her, the attorney. So
So
that's
she
why
was-
people
She was
say,
with the Satan guy,
N-
broke up with him,
yeah,
started dating someone
yeah.
else.
So that's why people
Satan
say
cult leader cursed
Satan
her.
cult leader
Hmm?
wanted to kill that guy and put some kind of curse. But
I wouldn't rule that out.
it's not a good curse if you're, killing the gal you want. Also, like,
Well, yeah, if
control
you
your
can't,
curse, guy.
if you can't say hello, Satan. Like,
Hello, Satan.
if I can't have her, no one
Nobody
can have her.
Oh my God, it's so dark. Like our hair.
That's yeah, because we can't be platinum.
We can't be. We've had to do some acceptance.
I really
of
did.
that.
I really have.
I did do a strip though. I'll have to show you a picture.
I'm just gonna do the clip-ins now. You got to get on board with me on those.
I'm
Like,
not doing a fucking clip in.
no, I'm serious.
I was gonna not say the F word this whole thing and look, I failed.
No, you said freaking.
No, after I said the other.
Oh,
I set a goal for myself to
I might convert. I might need to
not
convert
say
you.
the F word during the podcast, and I
Why
failed.
though?
Because
No, that adds some spiciness.
okay, I'm allowed one. I'll allow myself one.
One
One F word per.
I don't think you need to put these limitations on yourself.
Well, if I don't, I'm like F bombing left and right, and
I
it's
think-
too much.
No, I think that's part of the charm. Like, why box yourself in? If that's what you feel like needs to come out,
That's true. God, you're such a good therapist.
it's not.
Thank you.
This isn't. It has on the thing. Like, is this a children's friendly
And it
show?
says heck no.
And then we're like, hell to the fuck to the no.
Oh my God, look at you getting in on the action.
I don't want you to have to limit yourself.
Here's the good thing about me having a potty mouth is my kids do not cuss at
Mhm.
all because they've reacted because your kids always react against what you bring. They're either going to join or do the 180.
Yeah.
And my kids have done the 180, and so they don't cuss, they don't drink, they don't.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's a silver lining.
My sister-in-law, she like just cusses all the time. And she's like, it just really helps to get the point across. And she just like sailor mouth. And her kids
Yeah.
are little angels. And I'm like,
See?
no, like, I don't,
Because they're 180ing it.
yeah, which is fine. And then my mom actually, like, she never was like a major cusser, but like now she like throws the F-bombs and all the cuss words all the
Yeah.
time. She's in her 60s. And so my son is like, I think, I don't know, they started this thing where if she cusses, then like she like puts like the money in it, not in the jar, but he like tallies it up. So they have like this pact, and she's like, all right, if I say cuss words in front of you, like that'll be like $1 per cuss word. And she's like, but then if you throw an attitude, then that's gonna take. So they have this cute little like pact going. So
Yeah, I guess I just feel like there's a stigma to it. Because my mom does not cuss ever. Like, nobody I was raised with cussed.
okay.
So, like, it's just with me, and it's part of like, I feel like it's my part of like the whole thing of like, I'm like a
Like
bad kid.
rebellion, like yeah, like I want to
It's like my bad kid stuff. So I'm like, maybe I should rein that in and like not, you know?
It's a balance because like, see, I never did because I was like, oh, I don't want to do that in front of my kids. But then like now that I'm getting older, I'm like, I don't care. I don't fucking care anymore. Like,
That's
just say
good.
what you want to say.
Well, I feel like I flip-flop on this. Before I was just saying what I wanted to say, and then I'm
Yeah, there's
like,
got to be a balance. Yeah.
and then I'm like, okay, no more. And literally the day I said no more, which was a while back,
Uh-huh.
I saw a video of like a very like a person like almost dead person, and they're like, what's your advice to people?
Oh, yeah.
And she's
I like
dead, and she's like, say fuck more. And
Yeah.
like that day
It's like
was
liberating or something.
podcast day, and I'm like, okay, maybe I shouldn't care. So I keep going back and forth. Maybe one. If I allow myself one, I've already said two now. See, I'm already over. I've already doubled.
Okay, no.
My
I
limit.
would say like don't say just one or two, but like don't go over 10 maybe.
It's 10 too many.
How many bucks are too many?
How many? I know it's hard. It's so hard.
I'll be over here. I'll have like a tally sheet,
A tally sheet.
and then I'll be like,
Can you please do crosshatches? I love the 1, 2, 3, 4, the diagonal.
after that, you're gonna really have to censor yourself.
Okay.
Okay.
You'll be like just holding up a sign in the background. No more.
Yeah. Okay.
I think I'm overthinking this, obviously.
This is future topic.
It
It is a good topic.
is. I mean, obviously, I've given it a lot of thought, probably way too much.
It's a really interesting topic though. Like, what is that about? Like,
Yeah,
why
what is
do
that?
people feel like they need to cuss? Like, how does that like it does feel good to be able to get
But
those
then I feel sometimes I feel
but then you
bad.
feel guilt have the guilt come in.
Yeah, I feel bad. And I'm like, well,
Why?
I'm a professional. I shouldn't be
Oh,
talking like that. But then it's like, well, it's just a word. Like, who cares?
yeah. Well,
You know.
that's the hard part.
I go
Yeah.
back and forth. And obviously I've not arrived anywhere.
I feel
Solid
like,
on
you
this.
know, as a professional, it's like if people want to listen to the podcast and they're like good with it, then great. And if you're offended, then don't listen.
You told me. No F's, a few F's, a lot of F's.
Oh, yeah. Tell us
me
in
what
the
to do.
comments.
I need help with this. I need some guidance.
What's our final thoughts?
Yeah, until next time.
Fuck it. I don't know.
Don't give a fuck.
Bye.